The 100 greatest albums in Christian music. We're starting at the very bottom of the barrel, number 100. It's Evie with the album Mirror. Before there was Amy or Sandy, there was Evie. Evie Tornquist was an American-born singer whose Scandinavian heritage allowed her to make records in Sweden as well as in the States. On her first album for Word in 1974, Evie covered the top songs by the emerging contemporary Christian and gospel artists of the period, like Andre Crouch and Larry Norman, albeit with a lighter musical touch. By 1977, 3 more albums had been released, one in Swedish, and they were received with the kind of acceptance and radio airplay to warrant calling her Christian music's first quote-unquote star. Mirror was her biggest success to date, an album that exhibited her maturity as an entrepreneur of the album's most original songs, far beyond the pixie image that had worked well for her earlier on. Producer Lement Sejom added more complex arrangements to the gently upbeat program to take the singer into deep territory. Today's ears would label this inspirational, but Mirror was the standard for Christian pop at the time, though Amy Grant's first album would be releasing later that same year. Tom Granger is the one that wrote that. So number 100 is Amazingly Done by Evie. The title of the album is Mirror. Listening to this right off the bat, first song, Mirror, I was like, okay, it's got the James Bond feel with the synthesizer and everything. And I was like, okay, let's do this. And then it went to complete, total, pure 70s music. And it was like, what is going on here? It was kind of like that cheesy, it was cheesy, man. Like just the start of it all. Now imagine being in the 70s listening to it. I would have probably had a different view. But me not liking much of 70s and early 80s music, it was kind of like, what's going on here? Then I continued listening to the rest of the album. And I have 3 favorite songs. First one is Now Is the Time. It is a classic call to live for God no matter what. No matter what's going on, now is the time to live for God is what I got from that song. My second favorite song that I liked is He Loves Me. The lyric right off the bat, what do we say that hasn't been said about Jesus? It's a classic praise and worship song. No matter what happens in life, we're still going to praise Jesus. It's a song that reminds us that we do need Jesus in our lives for sure. And the third song that I liked on this album is Praise You Just the Same. My favorite lyric from this song is thank you for the trial. It brought me closer to you. Thank you for the trial. It brought me closer to you. So this album is exactly what the book said from the 100 greatest albums in Christian music. It is definitely a praise and worship / gospel album. I didn't realize that Christian music had artists cover other songs from other Christian artists back in the 70s and 80s. I thought that was something only country artists did, but I'm wrong. And it's interesting to see where Christian music has come from and where it is now. I hope you learned something today about Christian music. I sure did. Comment. Are you a fan of Evie? Did you grow up listening to Evie? Have you heard it over the years because of your parents or your grandparents? I want to know. Comment below. Also, we're going into the next chapter of the 100 greatest albums in Christian music. I bet you want to know what number 99 is. I'll give you one hint. He is originally based out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's the only hint I'm going to give you. Contemporary Christian music is not my number one favorite genre. It's really not. But that's one of the many reasons why I'm reading through this book and making videos about it. I want to grow for myself as a Christian music fan. I want to grow in the variety of music that I listen to. I'm hoping I find some new favorite artists and songs and albums. If you like today's content, like, subscribe, make the world go round. Comment your favorite part of this episode. Comment if you've been a Christian music fan for a long time, or if you're getting into it a little bit more like I am. Thanks for listening today. We'll see you next time.